Good morning, Living Strong family. I'm Peter Liciaga, the host of the Living Strong Adventures podcast, and I'm excited to share today's reflection with you. It's currently 4:47 a.m., and as always, I want to start by letting you know that I'm using an AI-generated voice to record this episode. So please forgive any mispronunciations or awkward pauses along the way. Just know that I'm here with you in spirit, and I'm thrilled to keep this connection going. If you've been enjoying these reflections, I'd love it if you followed my podcast on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform. It would truly make my day. Now, let's dive into today's reflection, which is all about celebrating successes and lessons learned throughout the week, while also embracing rest and recovery. This is such an important practice, especially for those of us who are navigating challenges, whether physical, mental, or emotional. This week has been another chapter of growth for me, and I want to take a moment to reflect on the key lessons I've learned since Monday, October 7th, as we prepare for a new week ahead. Monday was all about setting momentum. I've learned that it's so important to start the week by setting clear goals and taking the first steps toward them. For me, it wasn't just about the physical work, though I was continuing my recovery and healing from surgery. It was about setting a strong mental foundation as well. I spent Monday focusing on being intentional with my time and energy, reminding myself of the power in the little steps we take that lead to big change. The beginning of the week is such a crucial time to get the ball rolling and establish that momentum. Tuesday became a day of tweaking my action plan. While keeping the momentum from Monday, I spent the day refining some of my goals and action steps. This was a day of reflection, asking myself, what's working? What can be adjusted? Tuesday's theme was about keeping the forward motion, but also recognizing where adjustments were needed to make the rest of the week successful. When Wednesday arrived, I hit the summit. I call Wednesday the mountaintop day because instead of thinking of it as hump day, I like to see it as the moment I reach the peak of my week. From the top, I can look back at the work I've done and take in the view. It's that moment where you see how far you've come. I find this to be empowering because it's not just about getting over the hump. It's about appreciating the journey, the climb, and everything it took to get to the middle of the week. From this vantage point, I can see clearly the challenges I've overcome and feel excited about what's still ahead. Thursday brought with it a mindset of gratitude. I've often shared about the importance of gratitude in my life, but this week I took it even deeper. John Ortberg says it beautifully. Gratitude is the mindset of actively recognizing and appreciating all aspects of life, viewing them as precious and valuable, like a gift that should be cherished, rather than taking them for granted. That was my focus on Thursday, truly appreciating everything, every conversation, every small victory in my recovery, every challenge. Gratitude changes the way we see the world, and it helps us navigate life's ups and downs with a stronger, more centered heart. Friday was all about wrapping up the week with purpose. I was back at the karate school, and that brought such a renewed sense of purpose for me. I had conversations with parents, students, and even other instructors. What made Friday powerful wasn't just the work itself, but the way I felt. Stronger, more capable, and more present. It's in these moments, surrounded by others who share their own life experiences, that I'm reminded of how interconnected we all are. Everyone is fighting a battle. And when we share in those experiences, we empower one another. Saturday was all about momentum and action. I had 5 family conferences lined up, and it was such an empowering day, connecting with families and helping them create action plans to empower their children and their lives as a whole. It was a day full of energy, movement, and purpose. What really hit home for me on Saturday was how everything I'd worked on, mentally, physically, and emotionally, was being applied in real time. I felt great moving without my cane and knowing that I'm continuing to evolve and grow every day. And now we're here at Sunday, a day to reflect, rest, and reset. This morning, I'm filled with gratitude, reflecting on everything I've learned this week. The importance of setting momentum, tweaking the plan when needed, celebrating the midweek summit, and most of all, staying grateful and finishing strong. Today is a day to rest, recover, and spend quality time with my family, which is something I cherish deeply. Sundays are for pausing and appreciating how far we've come, and for taking a breath before the next chapter begins. I hope you're all reflecting on your week as well. What have you learned? What challenges did you overcome? And how will you carry those lessons forward into the new week? I'd love to hear your reflections and thoughts, so feel free to reach out. Thank you for joining me for today's reflection on Living Strong Adventures. Again, I'm Peter Liciaga, and I appreciate you spending time with me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd love it if you followed the podcast on Spotify or on your favorite podcast platform. It would truly make my day. And don't forget to share your reflections with me. I'm always inspired by the stories and experiences you all have to share. Until next time, stay strong, keep moving forward, and remember, we're all in this adventure together.